Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It is Julie of Julie's Plans, and in today's video I am going to be reviewing the brand new 2020 kit planner, and I have actually been sent the daily edition from the team over at Kit Life, Liz, Jessica, and Jenny, and I love them. They are so sweet. I have had the opportunity to meet them several times over the years at different planner events, and they are always just so sweet and so kind and just a blast to be around. So they reached out and said that they'd love to send me a planner to review and to share with you guys during the launch week. So these planners are actually going to launch tomorrow, August 28th, but I thought I'd put up this video today and give you a chance to take a look at the daily edition before launch, and hopefully this will help you make a decision. So first things first, this is not really an unboxing. I've already taken it out of the packaging, but it does come in this beautiful sort of keepsake box, and this is also new for 2020 for them, and it is amazing, you guys. This is definitely going to stay in my office. I know a lot of brands do some sort of a keepsake box, but this is the bubble wrap that the planner comes in, by the way. I've already taken it out, but this keepsake box is so dang sturdy. Like, I know we don't buy planners and products for the box, but if you're someone that wants to keep your planner at the end of the year and you want to make sure it's safe, or you want to use this for true storage and it's not going to be flimsy or get dented, I mean, this thing it's solid, and it's just this beautiful like gold foiling that says keeping it together, and it's beautiful. Like, I was blown away. I was like, now this is a keepsake box. This is really, really pretty. And I love that it's white. It's so classy. Okay, so enough about the box, right? So the one that they sent me is actually called the Addy. They have such cute names for the planners this year. I don't have all the names right in front of me, but this one in specific is called the Addy, and like I said, it is the daily edition. And I love it because it's this beautiful navy. It's got this nice gold foiling on it, and it's got a beautiful sort of like silver coil right here. And the coil is massive, you guys. This is by far, before we get into it, this is by far one of the most impressive daily planners on a coil that I have seen. I had a chance to flip through it this morning while I was having my coffee, and I was like, wow. I kept saying, wow, like these are the things that you look for in other wire bound daily planners, but some might miss the mark here and there, but this one really does have it all. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump in. This does retail for $63 on their website. So while it might be a little bit on the pricier end for a daily planner, you'll notice that there are some upgrades, if you will, with this one that you don't necessarily get with some other daily planners. So I'm just gonna go ahead and walk you through. First things first, you have this beautiful pocket for storage up front. I believe before that was something that you had to add on, and it was also in the back, and now it's been moved to the front. And I really love that it's in the front. I'll forget things if they're in the back, so I kind of prefer it in the front. And I like that the pocket is nice and big, so you can fit a lot of things in there. I believe this year with the weekly version, it comes in like this beautiful neutral, but this one is actually really nice. I would have preferred a neutral, but this is more of a very muted pastel, colorful daily, but the colors are not so like in your face, which I love. So the daily has a lot of things that they have revamped. It still has color, but it has less color. So let's go ahead and start flipping right through. On the very first page here, like I said, this is a 2020 planner, so it does start in January, but it starts you right off with this sort of habits dashboard, and it has like my current pain points are, I can alleviate my pain points by, habits that will bring me joy, things that I will work on. I love this. So it really just gets you started on the right foot. And it kind of goes over things, how things went before, and how you'd like to see your goals moving forward and how you're going to get there. So that's really nice. So it, taking a look back, it'll ask you, how have I progressed since last quarter? Proudest accomplishment from last quarter. So I love that it really gets you started looking at the positives of the last quarter as opposed to what went wrong. You immediately go into talking about what went right, and that is awesome. Then you have a personal inventory, a self-study, and then your quarterly goals. So you'll see throughout this planner that there are different sections like this in each quarter that have you sort of reassessing where you are. And I really, really like that. So this is very goal-oriented, like just goal-getter daily planner. And you're gonna see that throughout this product. And it is just, they did a phenomenal job. I can't say enough about it. So at the beginning of each month, you get this beautiful notes page, or a notes and doodles page, as I've heard them call it over at Kit Life, and it's really, really pretty. It just gives you a nice space to do whatever you want with, and that's awesome. So for the month of January, and at the beginning of each month, you'll have this sort of aspirational attribute, kindness challenge, in the kitchen, just little tips and tricks to help you get through the month and ways that you can just move forward with your goals in mind and in a positive mindset. And that is one of the things that has me like really hyped up for this daily planner. And I haven't been hyped up for a daily planner like in this style in a long time. So this is really, really nice. I like this part, this monthly maintenance. These are like little things that even I don't think of, like flushing your drains with vinegar to clean them out, vacuum your refrigerator coils. I am not sure when I have done that. So these are some really nice reminders, and it even says, give yourself a moment to consider this content, prepare for the month ahead, and enjoy the anticipation that new experiences have to offer. So I really, really love that. Moving forward, you have your monthly layout. It is a month on 2-page, and what I love that they've done here is that they've left it, while there is color on the page, it's not very overpowering. So each holiday is marked with a little page flag, or just a little flag right here, so you can see where they are easily on the page. And over on the right side, you will have the month before and the month ahead, along with a small section to sort of make some notes about your goals. All right, let's get into the daily. I love these pages. So I'm just gonna go ahead and flip it over and try to get you guys in a little bit closer so you can see what I'm talking about. So this whole page is for one day. It is really a great amount of space. And one of the changes that they mentioned making was that they moved the top 3 from the lower half of the page up to the top, which I love that. That's the way my brain works. If I'm gonna really think about my top 3 priorities of the day, they need to be up top, right there, the first thing that I'm looking at. So the very top half of the page is definitely for task management. This is where you're gonna have your top 3. You have this nice section right here that's already marked off with little check boxes for you, so you can put anything other than your top 3 right there. And then you have this huge note section right here, which is really, really awesome. Then down here in the lower half, you actually have your schedule for the day, which gives you from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. And that's actually perfect for me because there's really not a whole lot going on in my life after 8 p.m. and 6 p.m. is really when my day gets started. I do wake up a little bit earlier than that, but I'm never really writing down what's in my planner before 6 a.m. And then lower right corner of the page, you have 3 spots here, and this is for your be grateful section, be active, and eat well. I love this. This gives you a spot to reflect on gratitude, how you were active, or just to log your activity for the day, and as well as your nutrition, which is amazing. I think you'll have enough space here for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but I guess depending on your handwriting, things could get a little tight in this area, but I'm sure that you could make it work. If your gratitude and your activity is not something you want, maybe you can cover it up and do breakfast, lunch, and dinner right here. You can really make it into whatever you want. And then at the very bottom, they have a quote, I believe, on every single page. Let me flip this back over and move you guys back out. But there is a quote on every single page on the bottom there, and let me move this cover over. And so every day is sort of set up that way. You've got your top 3, your lists, a note section, your schedule, gratitude, activity, and wellness. So it's fairly simple, straight to the point. The dates are up at the top, right in the center there, and I believe they match whatever the color is for the month. So actually no, because January the tab is green, but the days are this sort of light pink color. And then when you get into February, every day is pink. Let's see, can you see that from the top? Yep, every single day is pink. That's really cool. So, but the tabs have these nice colors right here, and the tabs are nice and thick, you guys. I think that's really important. But what I love even more is that their tabs do not stick out. So they're not gonna get damaged in your bag, your backpack, any of that stuff if you choose to take with you. Me personally, this is a really hefty daily planner. I don't know that I would take this with me, but if I had to, I would. So another thing that I wanted to definitely show you guys are the weekends. I don't think I have yet to see a daily planner that has the weekends on its own page, and this one is no different. I'd probably say that this is my one con. If I could make a pro and con list, my one would be that just like every other daily planner, the weekends are on the same page. You still get a lot of space. Don't get me wrong, you still get a lot of space, but you basically get a task list and then your 3 areas over here that you can choose to use just like you do on the other daily pages for gratitude, activity, and wellness. They left them blank for you. I'm not really sure why on the weekend it's that way when Monday through Friday it's already labeled for you, but I did find that really interesting to see that it's not labeled for you on the weekends. Another thing to note is that every day they give you a space for self-care, even on the weekends and on the daily pages. There's a small area where you can write how you practice self-care, and I really, really do love that because it comes in all forms and it's kind of nice to document how you're doing that for yourself. So like I said, at the beginning of each month, you will get, oh, I thought you got a notes page before each month. So I was mistaken with that. So this one ends right on a Friday and you go right into this February sort of dashboard page. So with that, you have the same thing that you had in January, and then you get to your quarterly section. I'm trying to find it. Here it is. So each quarter you'll have sort of this dashboard page right here, and it sort of gives you something to focus on. This time it's confidence. At the beginning, what did I say it was? Let's go back. For January it was, why can I not find that page now? So for January, it was all about habits, and then this quarter, it's all about confidence, and it gives you 4 areas to just take notes on, and then you'll go back into this sort of main goals page, your successes, your personal inventory, your self-study, and your quarterly goals. I'm really, really loving this part of it. I don't know why, it's just something that really speaks to me. It's awesome. It's kind of nice to sit down and do these things quarterly. I know if you're a very goal-oriented person, sometimes you're looking at these things monthly, and it can get a little bit overwhelming, but quarterly is a nice way to check in with yourself and see how you are doing. And so like I said, it goes on each month the same way, just sort of giving you this nice sort of landing. Oh, see, there's a notes page here. Maybe I flipped. Maybe it's because of the quarter thing, the quarterly goals thing here. There's a notes page there. And then here's that quarterly part. Now I'm like determined to figure out, maybe mine is just missing a notes page here. But mine does not have a notes page here. Maybe that was an error. We shall see. Okay, so that's the 31st. I want to make sure I'm not missing a page. I am not missing a page. There's the 1st, the 2nd. Okay. Now I'm curious. I want to go and see if there's a notes page for each month. So maybe mine is just missing one by accident, and that is fine. Nope, there's not a notes page here. I wonder what the reasoning is there. Is for that. Interesting. I don't know. I'll have to ask them. Won't hurt to ask and find out. But there's a couple months there. Yep, and then this one too. Ends right here. You don't get a notes page. Too bad, so sad. I'm just kidding. Okay, so we do get to the end of the year though, and you do get another one of those pages. I do love this. It has an end of the year sort of overview. You've got your greatest accomplishments, your greatest lessons learned, how the following people impacted my year, and things that I will work on. And then you get sort of a different goals sheet right here that just kind of goes over the last year. Kind of looks similar to the one at the beginning of the planner for January. So January has quarter here, but this one's gonna ask you how you progressed over the last year, books you read this year, favorite trip, best memory. So that's really, really cool. And then you finish off December. And what I love is at the end of December, on the 31st, that's here, you get a notes page, and then you get a future year at a glance calendar for 2020 and 2021. Now, one of the things that I absolutely love about this planner is, unlike any daily that I've seen in this sort of similar format on a coil, you get like no notes pages, like none. This one has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have 10 notes pages. That is like unheard of for a daily planner on a coil to have that many notes pages in the back. So a big kudos to Kit Life for really thinking of that, because I feel like that's where a lot of daily planners are lacking, is in giving people notes pages, and sometimes we really need those. So a little bit more about the outside. It is sort of this like chipboard cover. It seems very durable. This is something I think that you could take with you, but again, this is a year daily planner, so it definitely has some weight to it. One of the things that I definitely wanted to include in this, because the paper does feel great. It feels really, really good for a daily planner. But I went ahead and grabbed some of my most used pens. I even grabbed a Sharpie. I'm gonna be realistic. We all know that Sharpie bleeds through just about everything, right? But I still wanna try and show you guys how the shadowing or ghosting, or if there's any bleed through at all. So one of the ones that I do use the most, and I hope I have it down here, is the Pentel Energel X in 05. So I really wanted to try these out because I feel like that really matters with people if they're going to get a planner. I know that paper that doesn't work with my favorite pen is a deal breaker for me, period, end of discussion, right? So there's the Pentel Energel, and then you can see it over here. There's actually, I hope you can see it anyway, but there is zero shadowing or ghosting and definitely no bleed through with that one. Next up is an old favorite, and it is the Pilot G2 in 07. And I know that this is like a very loved pen in the planner community and just in general, because it's easy to use and it's a click pen, but it's the same. No ghosting, no bleed through, no shadowing. Awesome, right? Now we're gonna move into the porous tip pens, and that's usually where we run into problems. I'm gonna leave the Sharpie for last because we're gonna be realistic about that one. And I have next up is the Tombow Mono Drawing Pen in 01. I could not find my 03. I know that we're not gonna have any issues with this because it is the 01. There's never an issue with the 01, right? Same thing, no shadowing, no ghosting, definitely no bleed through. Next up is the Papermate Flare. Love this one, sometimes have issues with this one. So let's check this one out. This one has me a little nervous. Oh, okay, so you can barely, there's really nothing. I can't see it. It's just a little bit darker than the other pens, but there isn't any ghosting, and there's definitely no bleed through. There really isn't any shadowing either. I just know that it's there. All right, next up is one of my favorites as well, and it is the Erin Condren Dual Tip Marker, and I'm just gonna go right in ahead with the bold side. And it's the same as the Papermate Flare, no ghosting, no shadowing, and no bleed through. This is some pretty good paper, you guys. I'm pretty impressed. All right, here we go. The Sharpie. All right. Okay, so this is the only one. I'm gonna zoom in here because this is actually still really good. So there is the Sharpie. I mean, I would not recommend writing daily in your planner with a Sharpie marker, but if you really wanted to, these are the results. And I write pretty heavy-handed, so this paper is really nice, you guys. If you're looking for a daily planner and you don't want to sacrifice paper quality, I really think that this might be the planner for you. Okay, one more thing I wanted to make sure I added before I close out this video is that there will be some launch day promotions from Kit Life, and it will include their new large foil stamped dashboard. This thing is awesome because it clips right onto your planner like really, really easily. Easier than what I'm doing because I'm doing it with one hand. You will also get a set of mantra cards that will be included and an occasions to celebrate sheet. And yeah, it's going to be available and included on launch day, but I wanted to show you guys the foil stamped dashboard. This thing is so pretty. There you go. And it has a pocket in the front and a pocket in the back, and it's so easy to take on and off the coil. So easy. Like, there you go. And then it's fairly easy to find in your planner as well. It sticks up just a little bit, just enough, not too crazy, and it stays in place. It's not gonna, get snapped off while it's in your bag or anything. So that's really, really awesome. Look how pretty that looks on the page. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so that is my review of the Kit Life Addy Daily Planner. I hope you guys love this review. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to ask down below in the comments. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of my community here on YouTube. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. I will leave all the links and information so that you can find your Kit Life Planner tomorrow, August 28th on their website. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.